Well, welcome back to Thoughts While Thinking. And these opinions are mine and mine alone. And we're talking about, if you're in case you're wondering, we've got so many misinformation out there. You got to be wondering about stuff. But some of the things you may be wondering about is maybe if a buffalo is an assault cow. Well, I can tell you, a buffalo's still a buffalo, and a cow's still a cow. Cow's still a cow, even if it's in Mexico, France, or Germany, or United States, or wherever. It's still a cow. And I got to tell you, I think that they are using this 1984 as a handbook instead of a warning, because it looks like that's where we're going, right down the path of that. It must be a good handbook. And, we got to look at the fact about information. A fact is information minus emotion. And the opinion is information plus experience. And ignorance is the opinion lacking information. And stupidity is an opinion that ignores the fact. Now, we've got a lot of that stupidity out there because there's a lot of people ignoring the facts as they are presented. And some of those things are something like this: is this AR-15? They are telling you that's an assault rifle. That's what that AR stands for. Well, no, it was just one of these little rifles here. They put a pistol grip on it, changed the stock a little bit, and put a barrel dressing on it, and they made it look awesome and tough and really mean. But it's just still that same old semi-automatic that's been around since 1950. And Armalite is what makes it, and that's what that AR stands for, is Armalite. And the 15 is just the model it is. So think about that. Now, how is the people out there twisted that around? And talking about twisting around, well, we're going against the science of biology here. We're going we got more different kind of sexes than you can shake a stick at. And they're talking about men getting pregnant. Well, I got to investigate that men getting pregnant a little bit. I'm not sure I understand how that works. Maybe they just inseminate some way in there, and you're supposed to have a uterus or something in there. I don't know. But I don't know how that works. Maybe this is the way it works. Maybe it's in one of your male sex organs. That's where it's working. That probably makes more sense than any other. I don't know about that. And truth is still the truth, and a lie is still a lie. And the more we get away from the basic foundations of the Ten Commandments, the more pregnant men and stuff we get out there, and more of that real wild information that you can't really believe. And a lie works on your mind, and it works on you, and they're just slapping you upside the head with it every day with a different lie. And you got to be careful that you don't believe those lies so quick, because those lies spread a lot faster than the truth. The truth is hard to spread. And we've got thought police out there now. So we can't be thinking that those lies are lies, because that violates what they want. They don't want you thinking. So they got the thought police out there that's working against you. So whatever you're thinking is probably illegal according to them. And but the truth is still the truth, and the lie is still a lie, and that's the way it is. And another one of those lies that they got out there, they're pushing the fact that their rights come from the government. Well, according to our Declaration of Independence and our belief in a higher power, that's where our rights come from, is God, the universal law and order. And they don't want you believing that. They want to control you by saying the government does that. And they want you to be ignorant, because they want you to be believing all this lies and stuff, because that creates fear. And that is what they work on. If they can get a fear and separate everybody, that's what they want to do. And these Republicans and Democrats they get in Washington, the first thing they do is they throw away their little handbook that got them elected, and they start working on their own enterprises and working with that lobby. And the lobby is real happy because all they got to do is slap a little money on them and bribe them a little bit, and they pass a bill to suit them, and they call it lobbying, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, I'm not sure that's the way it's supposed to work. But all this lobbying has come about over the years. They are just chopping down our freedom tree. They're making firewood out of it, and it's getting they got chainsaws now instead of just an axe, and that's what we've got to get back to. We got to get back to our Constitution. And the Democrat Party and the Republican Party will sit there and they'll try to make you think how opposed they are and how each one of them are working against one another for the benefit of the people. Well, they get behind closed doors and they hug one another and they come out and they pass these deals like, oh, we got a security bill here to make you feel safety. Come here and cuddle this little old security teddy bear. It'll make you feel better. And, when we get down to it, we don't feel better. And, the extreme left, they're trying to figure out which handbook they want to go by. Whether they want to go by the Communist Manifesto or the 1984. Well, I think they're going with that 1984 right now in order to get to where that Communist Manifesto is. And, they talk about how you're going to save, what are you going to spend all this money that we got up there for, and they're going to figure out how much it is and how it does and where it goes, depending on what the lobby says. And you citizens out there, you're sitting there hollering, oh, I want all this free stuff. I want it now. And I don't want to wait. And they pass it and they chop down another one of those limbs on that freedom tree. And the lie is still a lie, and the truth is a truth. And, the truth can stand research and investigation. And a lie can't stand up under that because it's built on falsehoods and they can't stand on it. And Congress can't be trusted because that's what they're full of, is that misinformation and lies. We've got to do something about that, maybe limited terms or something like that. And, the Democrats, the Republicans will sit there and tell you they're going to pass a balanced budget and they're going to hold to it until it comes time. And then they get behind the closed doors again and they come out with another big spending bill and it's all in your pocket. And but lobbyists is paying them pocket and the companies are paying their pocket. And then the teachers are sitting there saying, oh, the current events, everything is current events now is the news because the news is going so fast that's got to be history. So history is now the current events. And Ferguson taught us where the news media come right out in the open, and they said, well, let us organize this crashing into the windows and shooting and stuff. Let's get the camera rolling before we put it on the news. We got to get it just the way we want it because we got to make you believe what we want to believe. And that's that old yellow press. They've got your head stuck up your, well, you know what? And that's the way it is. And when we go to looking for the truth, there's holes in everything. We can't find it out there right now. Everybody is just pushing these big old lies around. And you'd think maybe we was in Gotham City and all we got to do is call Batman to come down and save us. Well, there's no Batman and we're not in Gotham City, but we got to do something. We got to do it ourselves. And, all that control issue and fear and stuff they had on that COVID is part of the problem here. They accelerated all this takeover of the mind warping and control. And, they got the crystal ball out there telling you that the news is bad and it's going to get worse. So there'll be more fear and more separation. And they've got where just the difference in sex is worse and more dangerous than violence. I mean, this deal about being two different sexes has got to be dangerous because they want to have a whole bunch of different sexes out there, and they on that sex hill they're up there with their winning the spot right now with all the transgender and everything, and that's the way it's going. And we got to look at all that because it's all based on lies. And sometimes, both sides has a little bit of truth in what they're saying. It depends on how you're looking at it. And these guys both are right because of the direction they're looking. So we got to maybe look on both sides of the fence and then come up with something that works for everybody. That is building up our freedom and keeping our freedom. And I think that we've had enough of this violation of our Bill of Rights and our Constitution, and violating our freedom and pursuit of happiness because they've just gone a little bit too far, too fast. And one of the bad parts about this thing is knowing which bridge to burn and which one to cross. And right now, it's getting pretty obvious which one we got to burn because, this left takeover about all this lies that's out there that they're pushing on you. You got to know, and the truth is the truth, even if nobody believes it. And a lie is a lie if everybody believes it. We got to keep reporting that because that's the way it is. And it would help a whole lot if we had this liars, liars, our pants are on fire, then we could recognize those liars out there. But they're getting easier to recognize even without their pants on fire. And old Mark Twain, he says, a lie can travel around the world faster than truth can put on its shoes, and that's probably including those Velcro shoes right now because it's traveling fast. And this green is just so beautiful. It's a big old pretty watermelon, and they're trying to sell you how much that green you're going to save and all that, and it's just going to be a little bit of socialism that'll work for everybody. But that old watermelon's red on the inside, and that's that plain old communist like the Stalins and the ones that kill, and the Chinese that kill the millions and millions of people to establish the dictatorships that they're in. And that's what they're looking for. All these people in power want that dictatorship. And the rest of us sit out there and we'd rather be assured that what we believe the truth is the truth instead of what the truth really is. And the truth there is out there, and they're saying it's in the news, and that's what the kids are hearing is what the make-believe news is. And they are getting that history book all messed up because they're getting current events and lies mixed up with history. And, these little youngsters, they're kind of questioning whether or not, history is based on factual happenings. Well, that's what it is, but they're trying to tell you it's all lies and information where they rewrote it. And, it's not strange that they mistake change for progress because sometimes, just change is just plain old change into something worse. It's not progress, it's only change. And it comes back to looking and analyzing, and like they asked this old fellow here, which is most important, either to love or be loved. Well, he answered by saying, you ask a bird which wing is most important, the right wing or the left wing. Well, we got to have all of it because we got to search out the truth, and it takes both wings to figure out the truth. And thank you for watching this, and that's my thoughts while thinking, and I hope you liked the video, and I hope you subscribe, and that's adios amigos, and we'll see you on the flip side.